Before Wakanda bore its illustrious name, it was a land shrouded in chaos, dominated by Ukuthula, a malevolent demonic principality. Drawing its strength from the vibranium core, Ukuthula enslaved the people, using vibranium's unique energy to fuel endless destruction. The land was a battleground, a realm of terror. But a warrior emerged from one of the oppressed tribes. This warrior, who would become the first Black Panther, discovered how to weaponize vibranium's power. With a device crafted from vibranium itself, the warrior severed Ukuthula's link to the land, trapping it deep within the vibranium reserves. This act of heroism united the warring tribes and forged the foundation of Wakanda. To ensure Ukuthula's dark influence was forgotten, its name was erased from history. Princess Shuri, after the loss of her brother T'Challa, rises as the new Black Panther. Her focus shifts to fortifying Wakanda's defenses through vibranium technology, wary of external threats from the United Nations and other powers. Her lab becomes the epicenter of innovation, filled with advanced machines, blending vibranium's natural properties with cutting-edge quantum mechanics and artificial intelligence. Driven by grief and a desperate longing for guidance, Shuri devises an ambitious experiment to connect with her brother's spirit. At the heart of her lab, she constructs a vibranium resonance chamber, a marvel of engineering powered by a rare vibranium crystal capable of amplifying energy to unprecedented levels. This chamber, linked to a quantum neural interface, is designed to bridge the gap between the living and the dead. However, Shuri's yearning for answers leads her to ancient Wakandan archives, where she discovers a mysterious scroll describing a resonance of souls. In her grief, she integrates the scroll's intricate patterns into her experiment, unaware of the ancient force tied to the land that she is about to unleash. When Shuri activates the chamber, the vibranium energy resonates with an unnatural intensity. What begins as a tranquil blue glow shifts to a violent, fiery red. A rift opens, and the image forming within the chamber, initially resembling T'Challa, shifts into something far more sinister. Shuri's experiment inadvertently awakens Ukuthula, the demonic force that had once ruled the land. The lab is thrown into chaos as Ukuthula begins to manifest, its form a massive, shadowy figure infused with pulsating vibranium energy. Its very presence disrupts Wakanda's vibranium systems, throwing the nation into disarray. Declaring itself the rightful ruler of the land, Ukuthula begins feeding on vibranium, threatening to return Wakanda to a state of ruin. Shuri is left devastated by her mistake. Forced to confess her actions to the council, she faces accusations and division among Wakanda's leaders. Okoye, steadfast and resolute, insists they fight with the remaining resources, while Nakia urges seeking outside alliances. "This wasn't supposed to happen," Shuri pleads, her voice trembling. "I just wanted to find help, not this." Okoye's response is sharp. "You've unleashed something even vibranium cannot contain. Now you must find a way to stop it." As Ukuthula's rampage begins, its shadowy form spreads chaos across Wakanda. Vibranium weapons fail, infrastructure collapses, and echoes of its ancient rule stir terror in the people. Shuri comes to a harrowing realization. To defeat Ukuthula, she must confront the entity where it was first sealed, the vibranium core. This will require crafting a new vibranium-based device akin to the weapon used by the first Black Panther. Yet, the challenge lies in blending the mysticism she has long dismissed with the science she trusts. The first battle erupts at Wakanda's central vibranium reserve, where Ukuthula attempts to fully merge with the core. Shuri, in her Black Panther suit, leads a fierce team of Dora Milaje and vibranium-armed warriors. The battle is intense, but Ukuthula thrives on the vibranium energy, corrupting everything it touches. "Before your machines, this land was mine," Ukuthula declares in a voice that shakes the earth. "It will be mine again." Despite their best efforts, Shuri and her warriors are overwhelmed. Key regions of Wakanda fall under Ukuthula's influence. The battle ends with devastating losses, and Shuri narrowly escapes, bearing the weight of her failure. Ukuthula's power spreads like a dark tide, corrupting the vibranium and plunging Wakanda into its darkest hour. Ukuthula emerged from the shadows, his form pulsating with raw vibranium energy. His presence was otherworldly, commanding, and terrifying. Standing before the people of Wakanda, he declared his intention to reclaim the land he once ruled and restore it to what he believed was its rightful state. This Wakanda you've built is a shadow of its former self, Ukuthula's voice echoed with authority. The time of kings has returned. In the heart of the city, Okoye approached her queen with a grave warning. There are whispers in the streets, my queen. They say you've lost the heart of the nation, she said solemnly. Shuri's voice was soft, tinged with desperation. Please help me, she whispered, as the weight of her responsibility grew heavier. Ukuthula and his army marched upon the capital, crushing the Wakandan border patrols with ease. Their defense was no match for his sheer power and command of vibranium. At the gates of Bernanzana, he demanded Shuri's surrender, his eyes blazing with a sense of entitlement. I ruled Wakanda before your bloodline, he proclaimed. You sit on my throne, and I have come to reclaim it. Shuri refused to yield. An all-out battle erupted, but despite their advanced technology, Wakanda's forces faltered against Ukuthula's relentless might. The siege of Bernanzana was devastating. Ukuthula's army breached the palace, their fury unmatched. Dozens of Dora Milaje fell, their bravery unable to withstand the onslaught. In a desperate act of courage, Shuri donned her Black Panther suit and faced Ukuthula. You hide behind technology, Ukuthula sneered, but your ancestors knew the truth. Strength comes from the spirit, not machines. Their battle was brutal, a clash of ideologies and raw power. But Ukuthula's mastery of vibranium overwhelmed her. He tore the Black Panther mantle from Shuri, standing over her defeated form. You are no panther, he declared with disdain. You are a child playing at power. With Shuri's fall, Ukuthula declared himself king of Wakanda. His reign was swift and merciless. He ordered the people to renounce modern technology, embracing the ancient ways. Borders were sealed, and dissenters were purged in a campaign of terror. I will make Wakanda pure again, Ukuthula decreed. Those who resist will join the forgotten. The once united nation was divided. While some hailed him as a savior, others, led by loyalists like Okoye, plotted in secret to resist his rule. Gravely injured, Shuri was captured and brought before Ukuthula in chains. Her spirit, though battered, remained unbroken. Your time is over, little queen, Ukuthula said, his voice cold and final. You will live to see Wakanda's true king restore what you destroyed. Thrown into the palace dungeons, Shuri wrestled with guilt and despair. Visions of her ancestors haunted her, their faces filled with condemnation. In the city above, Ukuthula solidified his rule. He held a public ceremony, displaying Shuri in chains as a symbol of his dominance. The people, consumed by fear, bowed to their new king. Let this be a lesson, Ukuthula declared. Wakanda belongs to its true king. The future is mine to shape. As the camera panned to the dungeons below, Shuri sat in her cell, her body broken but her resolve unyielding. In a whisper, barely audible, she spoke to herself. Above her, Ukuthula sat upon the throne, triumphant, while the fate of Wakanda hung in the balance.